tasked with assembling an elite team to travel through time. All your worlds are about to change.
Hey guys, Nick here, and welcome back to another Legends of Tomorrow episode review. My thoughts on tonight's episode of Legends of Tomorrow, titled Outlaw Country. And this was a fun episode. The story was pretty straightforward. Again, not tying too much into the plot, but I don't know, like the Jonah Hex episode from last season was honestly one of my favorite episodes of season 1 of Legends of Tomorrow. And you know, when they talked about Jonah Hex coming back for another episode, I was super excited for that. And you know, this episode was a lot of fun. Of course, seeing Jonah Hex back and just the team being back in the Old West were things that I really enjoyed. It was cool seeing Nate in the Old West and how excited he was, almost akin to how excited Ray initially was when they were first in the Old West. And I had a lot of fun with this episode, just them having to take down Turnbull and his gang from taking over the Wild West, and I just found this episode really just fun and enjoyable. Again, the plot, I mean, it wasn't like the most it wasn't like the strongest of episodes or the strongest writing, but again, it was a lot of fun. It was really enjoyable. I love seeing all the different dynamics with the two teams. Especially, I love the dynamic in the episode between Jonah and Sarah. And Jonah, obviously, because he was in the 1800s, and seeing Sarah as a captain, to him, that's like, oh, like, you're a woman and you're a captain. Like, that's like to him, he was like taken aback for a second. But I love his camaraderie with Sarah throughout the episode. As his main driving force in this episode was to take down Turnbull, and Sarah had to pull him back from that and saying, "Hey, we need you right now. I need you to listen to me. I am the captain right now, and we need to get this done and save the West." And just seeing their dynamic and seeing how different they are, but how there's that sense of respect between the two of them. I thought that was a lot of fun to see. And Jonah Hex is a character I think it'd be cool to have him as a regular on the show, just because because every time they bring the character back, I like how they've used him so far, and every time I see him, I'm excited to see him. Let's see. A lot of the action in this episode was great, between this fight in the saloon, between Nate using his powers to take down a train at the end, and there's a couple of other things in this episode. Like, I liked how in the beginning of the episode we see Nate already designing his Citizen Steel suit, and then by the end of the episode, Ray actually designed it and actually made it for him. And we find out that Ray is going to make another Atom suit, which again wasn't any shocker to me at all. And I'm glad that they're straying away from him being a pseudo Captain Cold thing, because that was the problem I had with previous episodes. But just again, the action was great. Seeing the dynamic between Ray and Nate was good. I think them two together, I think, work well together as friends, and even having Jax there with them as they're trying to get into Turnbull's gang and find out more about him, what exactly he's doing in the Old West, and how he ends up taking over. The whole team dynamics in this episode, again, I brought this up several times throughout my reviews of last season and this season. This show, seeing the different dynamics between the whole group is something that's a lot of fun, because you don't have to have all 8 people or 7 people or how many people are the Legends. You don't need to have them all together at the exact same time. So they can take the opportunity to kind of give us new character dynamics that we probably wouldn't have seen previously. And another dynamic that I really enjoyed, that I've enjoyed so far this season, is the dynamic between Amaya and Mick. And Mick, I can just tell, at least to me, you can tell how much he misses Snart, because Snart was his best friend, and they've been through so much together. And now that Snart's been gone for so long, it's just, I can feel I understand why he feels like he's an outsider on the team, where the team kind of does have him on a leash, and he can't necessarily be himself like he was when he was with Snart. So that was kind of a somewhat of an emotional scene between him and Amaya when they were talking about that, and how Amaya, after talking to the team and learning about all the things Mick has done for the team, she sees him and not as a wild animal, and for her being Vixen and having the powers of wild animals, for her to say that. Obviously, it did have some emotional value to it. Let's see what else is there. I thought Turnbull was a pretty good villain for the episode. It was a lot of fun. I like the Old West vibe of this episode, and having them trying to take down him and this gang, and you find out that he's using Dwarf Star alloy to power his gang, and that's ultimately what he's going to use to close off the railroad so he can take over the West. And obviously, the Dwarf Star alloy is what powers the Atom suit. And I thought that was pretty cool, and a pretty cool thing to introduce in this episode that we're gonna be able to see Ray use to create his second Atom suit. What else is there? Overall, I think that's about it. I mean, the action was great. I mean, we got to see a little more of what's going on with Stein and how his memories. He's having memories of this woman that he thinks he loves. So obviously, his younger self is doing something like. He affected his younger self, and it's affecting him in the present. So I'm curious as to what's going to happen, and I just hope that they wrap it up fairly quickly, because I don't want this whole situation to keep dragging and dragging. But yeah, with that being said, I think that's going to be it. What were your guys' favorite moments in this episode? What do you guys like about it? Send your thoughts in the comment section below. Give this video a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button for every TV show or review between Star Wars Rebels, Supergirl, The Flash, and of course Legends of Tomorrow. If you guys like the DC movies, I just did a review of the extended cut of Suicide Squad. That review is up on my channel. If you guys like trailer reviews, I just uploaded last night my trailer reaction and review of the new Kong Skull Island trailer. You guys can check that out, as well as any of the other videos on my channel. Thank you guys for watching, and until next time, have a good one.